Hello, I hope you're enjoying the launch of the Oracle of the Mermaids. I'd like to show you now how to do a really simple 3-card reading with this Oracle deck. Now, it's a little different to your traditional past, present, future deck because I'm going to ask you to look into these cards as if you're looking into a mirror, a mermaid's mirror, which shows you yourself, your emotional well-being, aspects that may be stagnating, aspects that are flowing beautifully, and definitely things that will be coming up for you given the present circumstances. So when you've received your deck, it's really important, I feel, to dedicate it to a purpose. So I really love to, rather than, sometimes people knock them or kind of give them a bit of a crash to clear the deck. I prefer to kind of smudge them or breathe with them, sleep with them, connect with them deeply. If I need to cleanse them, I put them in a circle of salt on an altar, something like this, for example. These are just some of my little oceanic beauties. And, you really don't need to sort of give it a big cracking whack. You can treat your cards with love and delicacy because they are sensitive beings. They're tools and they're sturdy, but they are sensitive too. So what I would really like would be for you to, after you've dedicated your deck, you may want to dedicate it to healing relationships or being really healthy, for example. But what I would love you to do is then shuffle your deck. Now you'll see I'm not shuffling in that direction, I'm shuffling in this direction because if you have small hands like me, that's really difficult. And these are quite large cards to give you the maximum impact of the beautiful images by Selena. After I've shuffled them for a while, and I should have been thinking over the question rather than chatting to you, what I would do is I'll split the deck into 3 with my left hand because that's my intuitive hand, and I'll put them back together in no particular order, and then I will lay the cards out. So the first card on my left hand side is going to be about the past. The center card in the middle is going to be about now, and the card on the right is going to be about what will be coming up. So you can see here that this card on the left is about telepathy. Now if I look into that like it's the mermaid's mirror and really gaze inwardly, it's about connecting with my own ability to feel and hear and think what others are thinking, to actually have that telepathic ability. Now, telepathy is not always easy. It's not always a lovely thing to know what's going on. So although it can mean you can move in accord with people, it can also be a little disturbing when you know what they genuinely think. So that is something I would look into myself with as well and see, how did I really feel about that? Coming to the center, Lemuria returns. Now this is a beautiful card about the rebirth of Lemuria and about the ancients returning to us. If you were to receive this card in the center, for example, I would look deep within yourself and connect to those aspects within you that are ancient, that have perhaps lived before as a kind of shapeshifter. And I would probably do some very gentle work around surfacing those ancient memories. Not for any great reason, not because it's going to be traumatic or it's going to save the world, but because when you get that little piece of a jigsaw puzzle, sometimes other things in your life begin to fall into place. If we're looking into our past lives, just as proviso, I think it's incredibly healthy to look at it as something that can work with our current life and treat it holistically rather than vanish into that past life. So you'll see that the beautiful mermaid being in this card is going to give birth soon. So you're going to be giving birth to that aspect of yourself. Look within, stare into the mermaid's mirror and see what that means for you. Coming up, experiments. Now I connect these experiments with the Atlantean times and with the idea that mermaids being half human, what we call now human, and half dolphin, cetacean, all sorts of different oceanic creatures, that there's a great deal of mistrust about people who can move between two worlds. I would look deeply within and think about how I'm going to need to move between two worlds, how I'm going to be able to traverse the void, how other people are going to want me to fit into one or into the other, and aspects of myself that are going to try and force me into one or to the other. Really look deeply within and see if I'm doing that to others as well. So that's simply how to do the Mermaid's mirror reading. There are 3 mirrors into which you gaze, and to me they're reflective pools of our deep unconscious. I'm going to show you a little bit later how you can do a combined reading with the wild wisdom of the fairy oracle and the oracle of the mermaids. Until then, enjoy the rest of the launch, and I'll see you very soon. Blessed be.